I need a juice box for this one.
Join the team.
Hey team, this is McGuire Review, and we have got some really cool new products from Wyrmwood here that we're going to want to check out really quick because the Kickstarter is at its end. We are within the last 24 hours of this Kickstarter. I definitely think, team, you should go out and check these out. If you have gotten Wyrmwood products before, you know how awesome they are. If you haven't ever purchased a Wyrmwood product, definitely go check it out at least. Even if you don't end up getting in on the Kickstarter, definitely go check them out. But I think it's totally worth getting in because these new Hero Vaults, this is the Hero Vault 2.0, are pretty awesome. And they're a lot better than what we had with the Hero Vault 1.0. Not to say those Hero Vaults weren't good, but they definitely had some problems. Wyrmwood themselves even kind of call some of those problems out and even show how much better these Vault 2.0s are. So we're going to take a look at the two different types of styles that they have. Jason has got me here an ash one as well as a kingwood. So that's pretty sweet. We got a kingwood here to take a look at. I do have the tabletop tiles up here as well. They just recently did a Kickstarter on these tabletop tiles, which, you know, are also a very awesome product. Again, they got the cork coasters on the back, and they got the hex. You know, they all fit together nicely, and every one of them is different. This video isn't about the tabletop tiles. If you do want to check those out, feel free to look that up. It's a pretty awesome product, and they did just complete their Kickstarter recently on these. Why I call that out and why I've got them on the table is because the new Hero Vault 2.0, we're going to go ahead and get this one open right here, which is the ash. They are also shaped the same way, and they will fit and align right in with these if you have them sitting on the table. So you can kind of dub this as not only whether you want to get the miniature, the one that holds the miniatures, because they are different. Take a look at that here in a second. Or you want to get the one that holds the dice. They both will fit nicely right into your setup with your tabletop tiles on the table. So it's nice to see how these products really draw together and work together in somewhat of a system. All right, so this one is the ash, and they do include this nice little card here that tells you about it's white ash wood. Tells you there the actual name of the wood, the scientific name, we'll say, and then a little description on that wood, and then on the back, there's a little card that shows you where that wood hails from. So our white ash hails from eastern North America. Okay, so that's where that wood comes from. We will set the box here aside. It's a nice, high quality box. And again, these are all prototype items. These are part of the promo run, getting it ready for production. But what you're seeing here is essentially what you will be receiving. There are some differences. These here do have the engraved Wyrmwood and the engraved Wyrmwood logo on them. You'll see that these both are engraved. These also feature, outside of the hex design, a new little thumb groove, so you can easily pull these apart. Now the reason for that is because once you get these open, there's a different design inside of these. The older ones were smooth. They didn't have this lip on them right here. And Bear's going to load up some overhead here in a minute so we can see these up nice and close. But they have a little ledge, a little lip on them. And then there's a little groove on the inside as well. And what that does, outside of just the rare earth, magnets that are on these that hold them together very strongly, it keeps it from slipping apart. You cannot pull these apart. I mean, you might be able to muscle it, but you'd have to break through the wood to be able to do that. So these are designed much better. They hold together much better, and they're much more stable than what you would have seen with the Hero Vault 1.0, which is a pretty awesome feature. And because of that, they've added these nice little thumb grooves to be able to easily get it apart, again, just because of those rare earth magnets as well. And I really like that little thumb groove is there. It is very small, and when I first saw it, I thought, should it be a little bigger than that? But it really just works perfectly the way that it is. It's not, it doesn't have like a look where it's like this giant, lip that goes in. It really does look nice and clean and well designed. So really good job from a design perspective there. Here's the miniature one. I'm going to go ahead and get the dice one out, only because look at this Kingwood. Wow, that is sick. Look at the look of that. Kingwood is super awesome. It's got a little bit of I don't want to say knotting, but just sort of like some little holes and different. This is just really, really cool. But you'll see that this one here, that's for the specifically designed for dice, is smaller in depth than the one that's designed for miniatures. Very important, because you're going to need more room for those miniatures. So let's set this aside here, and we'll look at this one again. So in the inside, you're going to have that basic shape on the inside of this. So it does have somewhat of a Wyrmwood shield type shape that's inside, which I think is very cool. And then there are multiple layers of padding. Now, this promo one that I have has got 4 of these pads in them, and they're not glued in there, which is nice because you want to be able to customize to take them in and out depending on what you're transporting here. So if you've got like a smaller miniature, you may want to use all 4, right? 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Maybe you've got a miniature that's smaller, but they're carrying some kind of like halberd or some big weapon or big axe, and you really want to have that protected. So maybe you put 1 of these on the bottom and 3 of these on the top to really give it padding on that larger part of the item of the miniature. Or, you know, any way you want, right? But the beauty is you've got the option of being able to kind of customize on how much of this padding you need or do not need. And again, you know, you can put your own padding in there too if you really needed to, but I don't really see the need with them giving you sort of the customized different pads that come in this miniatures version here. Okay, so that's the Ash. Okay, so that's the White Ash miniature Hero Vault 2.0, and now to the super sick Kingwood dice. This is more the traditional dice Hero Vault 2.0. It does again have the engraved Wyrmwood and the engraved shield here on the promo set of these. Same basic look and feel. The size is going to be identical, but the height obviously is going to be a little bit different. Again, as we talked about, this is going to need a little bit more room for those miniatures. Again, perfect set to work with your tabletop tiles. It's got the thumb groove. You open it up. Same design on the inside, except for, well, design from the perspective of it's got the little groove and the rim, the rare earth magnets to hold it nice and tight. But it does have a very different design on the inside, where you would be able to store your dice, maybe having that special D20 right in the middle. And, you know, here's the thing. If you were wanting to transport and store very small, like D&D blind pack miniatures, they would fit in here just fine and not have a problem. Now, if you're going to have your deep cuts or your bigger miniatures, you're going to want to probably go with something like this. I don't know that I would recommend trying to put something like that in here. This is really designed for the dice, but you definitely can put one of the smaller, you know, blind pack type miniatures, probably a few of them, and a D20 or some dice and a couple of them in a D20 in one of these. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't lock yourself down to just say, oh, well, if I get this, I can only put dice in it. You obviously can put whatever you can put in there that will fit. Just understand it's primarily designed for more of the dice and a very, very small miniature. If you were going to do that, really it's for the dice. This one right here is definitely designed for your miniatures. And, you know, you can get more than one in there. Let's say you wanted to have a couple. This could fit easily 3 of your blind pack D&D miniatures, or it could fit 2 deep cuts. I don't know that I would put any more than 2 deep cut type miniatures in there, but that definitely could fit that style, at least 2 of those standard hero characters inside of here. So, very awesome product. You know, I always like to do a smell test on these things because, you know, wood in itself has a very unique characteristic. Every wood is different, and every wood has a different smell. So, let's do the smell test. Let's see what these woods bring to me. Let's start with the White Ash. Memories. Okay, let's go here. Now, it's interesting. This Kingwood has a very, very distinct smell. That. It's taken me to the forest. It's taken me to camping out. It's a Friday. No, it's a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night camping out in the forest. That's what Ashwood's given me. 100%. Wyrmwood, Kingwood. It's not Wyrmwood. Kingwood. That's taking me back to the petting zoo. I don't know why. It doesn't, I mean, that is, I don't want that to sound bad, like this smells like a petting zoo. But it definitely gives me memories of going to the petting zoo as a child. I don't know, that's weird. That's where it's at. Alright, that's the Wyrmwood Hero Vault 2.0. Kickstarter's going on right now. Team, don't miss out. Go check it out. At least go check it out. I'll tell you what I did. I got in on this Kickstarter, and I did the roll the dice tier. Okay, that's what I did because I feel like that's the best like price, and I feel like when I look at all of their options, I don't, from a value perspective, I don't know why that's what you would not want to do. And the reason is because even if you get the lowest cost one, that's $25. And if you want to add engraving, which I would recommend you do, I mean, why not engrave something so special and so cool? I mean, I know it's like an extra $20 or something to do the engraving, but when you think about that long term, it's like $20 over the life of the product. I mean, they carry a lifetime guarantee on these things. So, in my opinion, that's easily worth the money to add on to do the engraving, to put your name, put your games group, put your character name, put whatever. If you're giving it as a gift, to just customize that, it's 100% worth that extra small cost. Roll the dice is $45. Basically, you're paying for the lowest cost Hero Vault. You're paying for the engraving. Well, it's technically $50 because you got the $5 in shipping and handling. So for $50, you get the chance to get any one, and you still get to choose the interior, like which one you want. You get any one of their woods, and they even have their Gaia tier in that roll the dice. So you could get one of those like $500 epic level vaults. And the reason why they're so pricey, they got a video on it. Check it out. There's a reason why these things cost so much. There's an immense amount of craftsmanship and time that go into those Gaia vaults as far as how they make them, and that flower that's on the front. It's phenomenal. They've also got other ones that have maps on the front. They also have ones that are done by an artist, that there's a couple different images you can get on the front that are phenomenal. The ones that they have like maps engraved in the front are really cool. I almost kind of wish I would have got one of those because those are awesome. They got one that's like a myrtle that's got a map on it. It's super sweet. But I did the roll the dice. If you're going to do it, that's what I recommend doing. It's totally worth it, and you never know what you're going to get, and that's part of the fun. I will be doing an unboxing video when that comes in and I won't open it. It'll all be on camera. I want to see what I end up getting because it's going to be, it's fun, right? And you know what? If you get the lowest cost one, it's a roll the dice. There's a chance you're going to do that. Oh, well, it's still awesome. I still got my value. You're not losing anything because you're getting the engraving. Anything outside of the lowest cost one is like icing on the cake, right? It's like a bonus. That's why I'm a fan of roll the dice. I think that's a great, great option for people that are interested in this product. Team, go check it out. Don't forget, Kickstarter ends soon. And with that, hit that like, click the subscribe below to join the team. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and I'll see you next time, Bear. Let's roll!